Hello, folks. Now, today's topic is where Dave Ramsey is wrong. Now, you know Dave Ramsey, he's the guy that comes on the radio and tells everyone to get out of debt. Now, I don't view getting out of debt as wrong. Let's just look at some of the facts here. So, this guy's advice is if you're in debt, you need to go deliver pizzas, work a second job delivering pizza to get yourself out of debt. Now, did this guy go and deliver pizza when he was in debt? I don't think he did. I think what he did instead was he went and started a new business. The story goes he was a real estate agent. He had $4 million in liabilities. He had $3 million in assets. That's a negative difference of $1 million. Banks called in the loans. He couldn't pay it, filed bankruptcy. Now, when he was in dire straits, didn't have any money, did he go down and work at a fast food place? No, it doesn't sound like it. Why did he not go down and work at a fast food place? Because he knows there's no future in that. There's no money in that. He knows the money is in owning your own business. You get big perks for having your own business just for the tax purposes alone. You get to write off so much on your taxes that an employee doesn't get to write off. So he knew early on that, hey, you want to make lots and lots of money, you need to have your own idea, you need to have your own business. That, if I'm going to go be an employee somewhere, I'm never going to get ahead that way. But yet, that's his advice to people who listen to his show. Now, he'll say now that filing bankruptcy is bad and, it was a bad time and all that stuff. And, I can believe that. I'm sure there were just rough times. But at the same time, there's a saying that, don't be ashamed of things you've done in the past because it made you the person that you are today. So, I mean, maybe I should go file bankruptcy and maybe that way I could be worth $100 million. Now, he's another one of these people that, talk bad about welfare, but if you write off $1 million in bankruptcy, just you owe, $1 million difference, and it's wiped away just like that by filing bankruptcy. How is that not welfare? I mean, somebody pays for that money somewhere. Now, when you look at the monetary system and the Federal Reserve, banks just create money out of thin air by making loans and file bankruptcy. They can wipe it off the books, but like I said, that money has to be paid somewhere, and it's probably most likely, it comes in the form of inflation. Now, I do agree that it would probably be the smart choice to not get in debt in the first place, unless it's a good debt, like, say, going to college. But if you just get in debt because you went and bought a new car, then that's not good debt. That would be bad debt. But for people who are already in debt, again, why should you go deliver pizza? Why should you work a second job to pay that back? You can just file bankruptcy like business owners do. Now, the whole get out of debt thing will work if you have a good income to do it. If you're just making enough money to have a cost, pay cost of living, then you're probably never going to make enough to get yourself out of debt. And these people who call in and, they're crying on the phone, they're like, oh, I got 90,000 in debt. And he's like, what's your income? How much you make a year? 100,000. And you come to find out that most of these people that make 100,000, they make 100,000 because they went to college and they got a really good bachelor's degree or master's degree. And why do they have the 90,000 in debt? It's from student loans, and they racked up that much debt to go to college. So, it's kind of a catch-22. These people would not be making this type of income if they didn't go to college. But at the same time, if they didn't go to college, they wouldn't have the debt they have. And the thing is, he doesn't condemn, hey, you should have never went to college and not get the student loan because now you make 100,000 a year. Now, the whole get out of debt thing is a little misleading to a young person starting out in the world, that it's going to give them the impression that, being debt free or not having any debt is the most important thing. And I disagree with that. I would rather be in debt and have a job that pays good money and that I like to do than to be debt free and work at a job that I hate and not make much money. So I view being happy is more important than whether you're in debt or not. Now, it also matters whether if you have kids or not. Of course, if you have kids, you're not going to want debt because you're going to want to be able to leave them something if you suddenly die. Now, if you don't have kids, it really don't matter as much as if you're in debt or not. Because if you die, the debt's gone. If you get to a point in your life you can't pay it anymore, then you just file bankruptcy. I just look at it this way. I'm not in a whole lot of debt, so I can't speak that I'm in a situation that I have 50,000 in debt. But let's say that if I did, uh, but like I said, first of all, I haven't taken on the debt because it's not that important to me. But let's just say that I did. Why would I want to spend my one and only life working 60, 70 hours a week, working two jobs to pay back and to get out of debt? Maybe I'll be debt free, I don't know, 40, 50 years old. But, even if it's say, at the age of 40, why is working a second job any more important than any second of your life? I mean, you're taking time away from your life that you're never going to get back. Now, I know that we do have to work, everybody has to work and to make money, but if you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, you're working 6, 7 days a week, what are you working for and what are you living for? Again, we only go around this blue ball once, and I don't want to spend it working all the time. And most of these people that you encounter in life that work 6, 7 days a week and work 60, 70, 80 hours is that's going to make them develop health problems, and they're going to end up spending back any extra money that they have on the health problems that they got from working so much that it ends up being a catch 22 to some people. Now, I have a buddy that's worked like a dog that when he was, I think, in his 20s, got diagnosed with high blood pressure. Now that we're in middle 30s, he's now a light form of diabetes. And he's basically working himself to death. Is that really worth it? Is your health really worth you being out of debt? So, what's your opinion? Leave your comments below and share your opinion. If there's a topic you'd like to hear me talk about, email me at asecretlie@gmail.com. asecretlie@gmail.com. And as always, go check out the books that I have in print on Amazon.com. Just type in Jason Judkins into the search, that's Judkins, and all my work will appear. Some of the books that you can find in print and in Kindle versions are How the World Really Is, Obstacles 1 and 2, Life Lessons to Be Successful, and also my film that I have on Amazon Instant Video and on DVD titled How the World Really Is. I want to thank you for listening. Subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends on your Facebook and Twitter. And as always, thanks for listening.